Welcome back to TV5 News at 9 a.m. and we are joined with Kathy Kilborn and our friends from Tri-City Furniture for another edition of Design Time. And Kathy again is going to help us a little more in depth talk about where to place our furniture based on the size of your room. So I have a small room, seems like there's a lot of doorways, and you always say, you know, big pieces of furniture along big walls. I don't really have any big walls. You know, some people may have the opposite problem where they have a big room and just too many options. So, you know, why is it so difficult figuring out rooms like this?
Well, it kind of goes back to the floor plan originally wasn't thinking about furniture. So there are a lot of options where sofas aren't as long, or maybe a really short side on a sectional. But knowing the space is really important so that we can help you figure it out. Because rooms are difficult today, especially not the furniture as far as sofas and chairs, but where do you put the 60-inch TV? Because for many homes today, we're not planning for that. They had a 25-inch console that fit in a corner really easy. But now we have giant TVs, and the only wall we have maybe is not next to the fireplace. So now we have confusion. Where do we put it? Because we don't have space with the main focal point. We've talked about that in the past, is being the fireplace. We don't want to move it on the opposite wall, so our furniture is looking away from the fireplace. So it gets to be difficult, but it's really going to come down to having the correct kind of piece, and that's what we help you find.
So how can you get more seats that face the TV?
The very best way is to use what they call amphitheater. So if you have a rectangle room, which most rooms are, you don't want to put your TV on the ends. You want to put it on the long wall so that your furniture then can be placed on the opposite long wall and have good vision all the way across. When you put it on the end, you have what we call tunnel vision. So it's a narrow room, and then remember your big pieces are on your long wall. So you probably have one or two chairs looking at the TV rather than being able to use the sofa.
So, you know, if I'm moving to a new place, you know, what do you suggest that we do before we move in the furniture so that I know it will fit well and make the room fit?
Do the floor plan. The absolute first thing, and then you don't have to move your furniture twice, or you might decide you don't need that piece or it just won't fit. But it will make it easier, and then you'd have a plan, so who's ever moving your furniture in, you can tell them exactly where those pieces go, and you already know that it's going to work. Rather than, oh, that doesn't look good, move it over here, and that doesn't work, well, move it over there. They get a little bit perturbed at you for trying to move it so much. So having a plan really, really helps. And I work with many people who are buying a new home. I go in early, measure, get ideas on their windows for brightness on the TV, all the different things that you need to think about, and make sure that plan goes together correctly.
All right. All good things to keep in mind. No more furniture moving than we need to, because it's annoying.
You don't want to do that.
All right. Thanks, Kathy.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Design Time on TV5 News at 9.